You are outstanding. You are dope. You're great. You're great. You're great. Be great. Know you great. And walk in your greatness, great people. Let's talk about this. I've been sharing in regards to what's been going on in the schools here as the school year opens, and it is just absolutely insane. It is absolutely insane. We talked about Colt Gray and the situation that happened in Winder, and I had a video up, but I really want to address this from a different perspective as warning signs, the things that need to be paid attention to prior to a devastating event like what happened in Georgia last week. Now, I've been noticing this is, I don't know, I don't understand it. Is that there is becoming more and more instances back to back to back about kids harming their classmates and others in school. And this is unacceptable, guys. This is unacceptable. You have to learn other valuable emotions. And I'm going to be dropping, it's called the Love Tour. I'm showing up at your school. It's time for me to get in here. We need to have some crucial conversations. You need to learn some other skills. You need to be able to understand emotions and your mindset and the power of love. Retaliation is not an answer. When you make positive choices, more than likely your consequence is going to be positive. When you make negative choices, more than likely your consequence is going to be negative. And this is what you have to understand. When you make these horrible, horrible choices, the horrible, horrible consequences come with them. I want to tap into this because the mother tried to warn the school. There were many warning signs. I dropped the video on Snapper Red TV, guys, if you want to go over there. I also have some political content over there, controversial content. So it's only for my mature audience. It's for mature youth who can deal with and can think about things. Not my young ones yet. But the mother tried to warn the school system or this particular school before the incident happened. And I heard that there was a call, but they never said who the call came from. But now we know it came from the mom. So I want us to get into this. It's a short video, but it's an urgent sense of urgency. It's devastation. We have to talk about this. We cannot elude, walk away, and continue going on in our daily lives without doing something that can positively impact youth in regards to this situation. So let's talk about this. Listen.
The community of Winder, Georgia, is mourning after last week's deadly school shooting. A vigil was held last night at Appalachia High School for the 2 students and the 2 teachers killed. It comes as we are learning new information about what happened. The alleged shooter's family says his mother tried to warn the school just before the shots were fired. Mark Strassman has more on the investigation.
So fill our hearts with love tonight, Lord.
This northern Georgia community still huddles together, mourning the deaths of 2 students and 2 teachers killed last week by 14-year-old student Colt Gray. CBS News has learned the suspect's aunt says the teen's mother called the school a half hour before the shooting. She warned staff of an extreme emergency involving her son and urged a school counselor to immediately find him and check on him.
Marcy got a text on the phone from Colt saying, "I'm sorry, Mother." And then we heard on the news of the shooting.
We spoke to the alleged gunman's maternal grandfather.
He pulled the triggers. He killed people, and he's my grandson, and it breaks my damn heart.
He says his wife, the teen's grandmother, also visited the school the day before the massacre. She wanted to discuss the suspect's alleged behavioral issues. The 14-year-old has been charged as an adult.
So how did the ball get dropped here? How did it get dropped? How did it get dropped? See, the warning signs have been there for a very long time, but we also know that the environment at home was not conducive for pro-social development because the parents were also going through things themselves and they needed support. The mom wasn't even in the home. She was not there. Their children were being raised by the dad. But this is something that should have been dealt with immediately when he came to that school. They should have notified them that the son had issues and he needed to be monitored significantly on a daily basis. He needed to be monitored significantly on a daily basis because he had situations that came from a prior school system, Jefferson County, they said. So even the information didn't get from Jefferson County to this school system. Somewhere it didn't make it. But the parent should have identified and warned them day one they enrolled him in this school. My son has some mental health issues. I'm worried about him. I think you all need to monitor him tremendously because I don't want something bad to happen. And he needs to be put in therapy, counseling. What can you do to help me? Not 30 minutes before the shooting here.
And faces 4 counts of felony murder. His father's also charged for giving his son access to the AR-style rifle used in the shooting. Both Gray's father and son have not entered a plea. Shayna Jones's daughter is a senior at Appalachia High School.
As a parent, we can't do much because we weren't there. We weren't in their shoes. Seeing as many of the kids here makes me realize that they're gonna come back. They're resilient.
Yes, they are.
You can really see and feel at these ongoing vigils that this community is still very much trying to recover from what happened last week. I want to talk about one other thing, Anne-Marie, and this is really striking to me. Since last Wednesday's shooting, there have been a number of school threats here in Georgia. At least a dozen kids and 1 adult arrested for making those threats, even after the horrific events that.
And see, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Where is this becoming acceptable? Why is this becoming the norm? Where is this? How is this leading to something positive, great people? How? How is this leading to something positive? How is expressing your anger through harming someone else going to be a positive outcome for you? It's not. You have got to learn how to handle your emotions in a positive way. And retaliating against another human, another student, another adult, person, pet, is not the answer. It's not the answer. There are severe consequences when you make those choices, and you're ruining your whole life, and you have so much to live for and to contribute to society in a positive way. That's not the answer.
That happened here at Appalachia High.
Unbelievable when you consider the amount of pain that people are in right now. I mean, this stuff is not a joke. I mean, it's good to know that people were arrested. But when I look at this case, it seems like a lot of things did go right. According to this grandfather, you know, the mom called the school and there would have been time. And as I understand it, school officials did try to act on her tip, her phone call.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from a distance. Were there missed opportunities, or because there seemed to be a number of people in a number of ways who were trying, who sensed that something was wrong, right? And were trying to somehow give some storm warning that something terrible could be happening or was about to happen. The maternal grandfather, of course, says that his wife went to the school the day before to talk about her grandson's behavioral issues. Then the mother called into the school a half hour before to say, look, this is an extreme emergency that you're about to have here. But what happened, what the response was, what the follow-up was to that is again, from a distance, is kind of unclear. But clearly, what is clear, though, is that people knew something was up, right? People knew that all was not well, and they were trying to give some sense of a warning here. And of course, the real unanswered question is, okay, well, if everybody had a sense that the kid was troubled and it was getting worse, why did he still have access to that gun?
Right.
And that nobody has answered.
Yeah, that definitely is the question. Mark, thank you very much.
Exactly. And that's because, hold up, great people. And that is because the dad was totally disconnected from the potential of his son and what was really going on in his mind. He was unaware. He was completely unaware of the mental health travesty his kid was in. He had to have been. Because there's no way in his mind that he would have given him access if he really actually thought something like that was going to happen. Even though the FBI came a year earlier to the house, even though the allegations were already out there, he failed to do what was necessary, and that was get him the help that he needed versus taking him out shooting. Maybe that was his way, or he thought that they could bond together. But if you have a sick child, mental health wise, that's still sick. If you have a sick child, all of that type of stuff is not on the table anymore. That's history. And your guns should not have been available. He shouldn't have been able to see anything, any gun. And that is the parent's responsibility, to be able to know and act immediately. Not thinking things are going to change, not waiting for it to get better without necessary steps, counseling, therapy, programs, positive extracurricular programs, checking on your kids' social media, cell phone usage, all of that stuff is imperative. It is imperative. This could have been prevented. We know that. And even for the mom who wasn't living at the house, it was still her responsibility to pick up. And I think they just did not do that transition from that previous school system the best way to the current school system. As soon as he was enrolled, it should have been an immediate conference they had immediately. So that current school would have known what they were dealing with. Not the day of. The day of is too late. It should have been done day one. So, okay, great people. I definitely want to let you know I'm coming to your school. I'm putting this together now, so as fast as I can. But the love tour, and this is what we need. Learn other valuable emotions. Learn other valuable emotions. That's it. You got to be able to express yourself in a positive way, not harming someone else. Not harming someone else. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Let's get in this comment section. I want to hear what you have to say. How is your school being protected? And what are you doing to put positive things in your mind that is going to help you make positive choices and decisions for yourself? I love you, great people. You're great. Be great. Walk in your greatness. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe to the channel and share this video. Like it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon.